Silva, and we're here at the Hemp Tomorrow Stage at Northern Colorado Hemp Expo 3. I'm here with Geoff Elsmore of Vital Hemp. And Geoff, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Absolutely.
First off, thank you. What sets you apart from other hemp clothing manufacturers in the industry?
Well, a lot of the other clothing manufacturers in the industry that are working with hemp actually work primarily with a hemp cotton blend. That seems to be the industry standard as of late. But as I'm sure all of you watchers know, hemp breathes a heck of a lot better than cotton. And putting cotton on your skin is actually like putting a very thin cotton ball on your skin. It's going to absorb all of the sweat and the moisture that your body gives off and keep it close to you. We use a hemp tencel blend. Tencel is a recycled wood pulp fiber that allows your body to breathe. And so the hemp tencel blend is very self-regulatory, and it keeps you cool or warm as needed.
Very good. And then also with cotton, of course, there's the pesticide issue, unless you're using organic cotton, which is not an issue with hemp.
Of course. Hemp is naturally antimicrobial, so it doesn't require any pesticides to grow.
So what drove you to get into the hemp industry? What's your background?
Well, I'm actually not from the hemp background whatsoever. I went to UCLA and I studied international development. But I ran into the owner of this company, Ron, about 3 years ago at an expo in Los Angeles. And I was just so driven by his passion for hemp and his passion for changing the world and cooling the globe that I decided I was going to completely change tacks and get involved with him. And as snowballs grow, so has our relationship. And 3 years later, here we are. And
wow.
I'm involved with every aspect of the business. And unfortunately, he couldn't make it with us today. He had a pressing commitment, so I'm here in his stead. And I was just absolutely fascinated by the industry. I had no concept of clothes being toxic whatsoever. I ate well, I ate organic all the time, but I wasn't aware that that extended to clothing and other aspects of your daily life.
Well, good for you, because like the saying goes, what goes on your body goes in your body.
Oh, absolutely. Your skin's an organ. You have to be as careful about what goes on your body as what goes in your body.
Good job. Good job. So what are the personal and environmental benefits of hemp clothing? I mean, we kind of touched on that, but give us some more.
Right. Well, as I mentioned, hemp is naturally antimicrobial. So wearing hemp clothing allows you to stay fresher longer. Your body is obviously going to sweat and do what it does naturally, but if you have a fabric that is allowing moisture to wick away and is actually a non-hospitable environment for those little microbes that create body odor, you're actually going to stay fresh a lot longer, and you're going to stay cooler and more regulated as necessary. Additionally, part of the antimicrobial factor, it's naturally organic, so you're not putting any toxins into your skin. Additionally, it's a very hardy textile. It's one of the strongest fibers we know, and it just makes good sense to buy clothes that are going to last long and made well.
Right.
As far as environmental factors are concerned, making a hemp t-shirt uses somewhere around about a fifth as much water as it does for the equivalent cotton garment. Hemp is a nitrogen fixer, so it actually makes the soil more fertile, and therefore it's a good cycle crop for those other crops that make the soil barren. Additionally, it's naturally a, pardon me, hemp is actually carbon negative. So for every ton of hemp you grow, somewhere around 1 2/3 tons of carbon are removed from the environment.
Right. So it's clothes you can feel good in and feel good about wearing too.
Absolutely.
So along those lines, what's one misconception you run into with your customers, clients?
Well, a common misconception is that hemp is marijuana. And obviously, as we know, hemp is not marijuana, they're cousins. I like to say to my customers that hemp and marijuana are as closely related as a domesticated dog and a wolf. They're in the same family, they can breed together, but it doesn't end up very well for either species. And that really turns customers on to the possibility and opens them up to wearing hemp clothing, because it sort of reduces that stigma that's been in place for the last 90 or so years, and really sets the two apart, but allows them to grow in parallel.
Do you see this expo, for instance, is twice the size it was last year, roughly.
That's incredible.
So, do you see the tide turning in your own business as far as people kind of having less of that stigma and coming around and realizing that this can be mainstream?
Absolutely. Every single day, and we have a retail shop in Santa Monica, California. Every single day that goes by, fewer and fewer people that come into our shop require education about what it is that we do and what we have to offer, which is just warms my heart, and it just makes us realize that what we've been doing is valuable, and all the hard work and toiling we've been doing is for something.
That's
so
awesome.
Ron's been doing this about 13 years. Come May, it'll be his 13th anniversary with Vital Hemp, and it started at the San Francisco Green Fest way back in 2003. And since then, he's gone from selling clothes on the Venice Boardwalk out of his van to a 10x10 booth in the Merchant Mart in Venice to the flagship store we have now in Santa Monica.
That is awesome.
The growth potential is...
We need to wrap up. I'm
to the
sorry,
sky.
but thank you
Sure.
so much. And keep doing what you're doing, and we'll be excited to see your company grow for sure.
Thank you. It was a pleasure
All
to
right.
have you.
Thank you.